Ooh.
Uh-oh. Who should I show my poem
I think it's fairly obvious who we should show ours to first, considering we just spent the whole day with her.
Yeah, you're right. Monica.
Who
are we going
Yuri?
Yuri?
Urine, yeah.
Urine? Okay.
Boop. Apparently we're going to the bathroom.
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go that way first.
Well, who's the one in the closet?
I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional.
It better be. What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Oh, that's me.
Yuri first covers her mouth, and then ends up covering her whole face. With her hair, apparently.
He's going to hate me.
That's what I'm wondering. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? All I did was put words on a paper.
All I did was click a bunch of words, and they suddenly worked.
Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you.
I unfortunately missed the word boop, but I was gonna incorporate it.
This is actually my first time, really. Right, that's why I put words.
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together.
Like Legos.
The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, unlike mine, and she sounds like an expert.
An expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
I'm honestly very impressed because you're rocking back and forth like really nervous while you're playing the nervous character.
Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. Stop apologizing, I already told you that.
I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
That's probably all about me.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
I just met you yesterday, but I wrote this entire poem
It
just for
probably
you.
says Damien the Sex is
It's kind
amazing.
of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club?
I can't read that. If I can't read the,
Allow
can you read
me.
the other words.
Allow me. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I knew exactly what that said. I should have read it instead. But it was your poem, so.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
Damn right. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, I told you I suck at reading. Well, I just don't read script very often.
Again with the cup!
Well, you didn't have
Glad
wa-
it didn't have water
Yeah.
this time, yeah.
I actually think your handwriting is very pretty.
Huh? That's A relief.
Also, I loved the poem. I'm not going to say liked, I loved it. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Next time we're going spicy.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Damien the Sex.
It's about me. Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
I really love this music.
That's a lot more. How do you say that word?
Solemn.
Okay, I said it right. Putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive.
That's impressive!
You said that, and I said impressive. I was just finishing it.
It's nothing, really.
I mean, I thought it was actually
Yours
good.
was impressive, too, so...
Not really. Nah, right. I wrote a few words. If anything, I would probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Damien the Sex.
Comma the Sex.
I love how you. I love how you still say Damien the Sex.
Me too.
Me too. Right. Me too.
Ooh.
Oh.
Who's next?
Hold on. Don't. No. This is
Hold
me.
on.
I get to
Oh yeah,
pick.
that's fair. Who do you want to show your poem to next, Damien the Sex? Show your poem to.
Sayori.
Sayori?
Yay!
Hey, she's the one that invited me here. So.
Ellipses! This is a good poem, Damien the Sex. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. And I am the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. Am I the guy?
I am the kind of guy, am I?
Hey, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't take it too seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one.
I wrote words.
It
Very
was a very good word.
Very few words.
I feel like it's lacking poof.
Actually, it has poof in it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have
It is a.
It doesn't have
boop.
boop.
Missing a boop.
boop. It lacks boop.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
And doesn't have boop.
Not to...
Not to mention the fact it doesn't have boop. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Sorry.
See? It's like I said before, Damien the Sex. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that other really good people do. Only real good people.
Thanks, Sayori.
You're welcome.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
Are you trying to have sex with all of us?
I mean, it is Damien the Sex. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
I knew you would have sex with me, too. Bullshit. I'm not an object.
Viewer discretion is advised.
If you don't know that by now, then what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, am I gonna read this?
I guess.
Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem, right? Too?
No.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, you are. We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. kissing my forehead and help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes.
Sleepy.
She's cute, remember?
Yeah.
Are you
kidding? Can you tell from my voice?
Right.
Oh, I'm a professional.
Gosh, it's so beautiful.
asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not a man. I want breakfast.
Alrighty
So
then.
I just want to make a comparison
Sayori?
here.
Oh,
Sayori
sorry.
sounds a shit ton like Jimmy from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Sierra!
Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out...
It's shit.
It came out nice, or how should I put it?
And then he takes it and throws it in the trash.
It
puts a
sounds
lighter
just
in.
like you.
And gets expelled from school for starting a fire.
Hey, she's the one that burned down her house, wasn't she? Almost.
Really?
Almost burned down her house.
I still want to know the story behind
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day!
That's basically
I
the
get
same
all
thing.
cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
I sense a girl crush.
But next time, I won't forget.
Was she the one in the
I'll
closet?
never forget.
Girl crush.
And I'm gonna write the best boy ever.
Well, I guess
The
I look
secret
forward to it.
otaku was in the closet.
All right, Damien the Sex. Who's next?
I'm guessing Monica.
Monica.
Because that's
Oh,
what
God.
she said.
Hi, Damien the Sex. Having a good time so far?
Not really, if you're going to talk like that. Ah, yeah.
Good, glad to hear it.
Not really. Good, glad to hear. Perfect.
By the way, since you're new and everything,
Yeah.
if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Always.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Oh, that she moved.
Don't worry, Damien the Sex.
Why? You're
We're
moving
all
for
a
your-
little embarrassed today, you know?
Yeah, you are. You're embarrassing.
But it's
to
that
look
sort
at.
of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Look at her.
We'll all learn to get past this barrier soon, baby.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my phone.
Great job, Damien the Sex.
Thank you.
I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
It's just words.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
How is that deep?
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway.
Life isn't fair.
Slowly raises the knife from behind her back.
Life isn't fair.
You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
I already went to her.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of what it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. Do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Yeah, good advice. That's actually really good advice so far.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Wink.
Every time she does that, she moves. I'll do it too.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No,
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
I know. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good, which you're not.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Yeah, I know. I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? The nosy neighbor... That is...
The nosy neighbor?
Oh, noisy. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in.
Okay.
No.
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
I had a hole in my wall.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
It's been influencing my poems bit.
What is that word?
Epiphany.
Okay, I thought. An epiphany?
An elephant?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway.
So we have to unlock her. Ah.
Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Huh.
So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Huh.
That's my advice for today.
Good advice.
Thanks for listening.
Huh.
And we got one left.
The closet nerd.
Damien the Sex. If you're not gonna take this club seriously, get the fuck out.
You fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What? What's harsh?
What? You expect me to believe that you're actually gonna put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
Yeah, I'm not the writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Ugh!
Painful to think about, right? Yeah.
Dots! Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
You haven't even read it yet, you Okay, fair enough. That's what I'll say. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I'll share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably just think it's stupid.
Probably.
Back to Dr. Seuss.
We picked the wrong chick for Dr. Seuss, let me tell you.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did suck.
I told you you weren't gonna like it.
No, I can't say that line.
Say it.
You are not not a true actor, sir.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
What?
I like it a lot.
What?
What?
Just be honest.
I told you I like it. I'm honest.
Say it again one more time for the
I like it! Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Because it's shit. I actually made it whenever I was 5. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But,
Yeah, right? Shut up. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less vivid.
yeah,
Valid.
exactly. Vivid.
I read vivid.
It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like a Dr. Seuss novel.
Said like in this poem.
Yeah. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, we made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Youngest one here, but already hit puberty. Yeah.
Guess not.
I'm gonna guess that this is the only male.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Yay.
Phew! Right? Gosh.
I guess
it's everyone. I glance around the room. I don't think
Did I
there's
miss
one.
anyone?
I stand up in the class. Did I miss anyone? That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, right? It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
I only wrote 7 words.
It was 20.
Fair.
I guess it's what I end up getting myself into, right? Across the room, Sayori
Sayori.
and Monica are happily chatting. There it is. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly.
No one is a ginger here. Except
So?
for you.
But
Genie and the Sex. You never see her face.
Ginger is funny though. Never mind. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
Here we go.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. What about that is cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean that you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all. Bitch.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
Me?
Sayori liked it.
Yay! And Damien the Sex did too. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Click. Okay. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
The fuck you mean? What's mine?
And Damien the Sex liked my poem too, you know?
Push over.
That.
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Now I'm in between two people. That's great.
Yeah. Stand up.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
I hope so.
Eh? That's not what I...
She's the shy one.
You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Damien the Sex appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? You didn't give any advice!
Yeah, I hate both of you. Gosh, I want the other one.
If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
You...
There we go.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Damien the Sex started showing up.
Hell yeah.
Natsuki!
Hell yeah.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve
of
you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Damien the Sex. She's just trying to make me look bad.
I mean,
That is not
I don't
true.
know. She said your boobs grew
She
bigger, so she's trying to
started
make
it.
you look good.
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted?
Convoluted.
Convoluted for no reason.
Oh god.
The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Also, she's saying that she's stuffing her bra,
Yeah.
not that they just grew.
Yeah.
It's alright.
So it's not looking good. It's looking
It's alright.
kind of...
Fake.
Help me explain to her, Damien
She's
the
shy.
Sex.
Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Damien the Sex?
By the way, I did understand that stuffing. It was, obviously, they didn't grow.
You don't
Anyway,
know that? Oh, you actually did say it.
Well-
Yeah.
Well,
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing or about women, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I know who I want to agree with. Yuri!
Yuri? Okay.
What? Natsuki.
Say it.
I just said it, Natsuki.
Oh.
Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. How did it...
See?
Wait. I'm confused.
Go!
Keep going.
That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri,
Huh?
you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh.
But, Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the
Oh,
first
you don't
place.
say that to a tsundere.
Are you kidding?
You don't say that to
That's
a tsundere.
exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Help me, gosh.
Bitch, hold my weave.
Get my earrings.
I got my good earrings in today. Natsuki clenches her fists. At the end, nobody has taken her side.
She's trapped at
Yep.
this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure.
Under pressure.
I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Right? Some good music. Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
She's gonna go get
It'll
her
spare
gun.
me from having to look at all your stupid faces right now.
She's gonna get a gun. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki.
That was me!
She really
I'm
didn't
good,
need
you.
to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! Complete opposite. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Damien the Sex. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Tsuki said about, you know,
Oops.
I would never do anything so shameful. So,
What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that.
Yes, like I
I'm
didn't
gonna
hear
go
that.
make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Get out of my face. Make enough for me. For more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Damien the Sex, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Right. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes.
The weird thing is that he had to think to himself that he was thinking to himself, because these are his thoughts.
Yeah.
With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Damien the Sex. Ready to
That's
walk
me.
home?
No, I don't want to go with you. I want to go with Yuri.
Dummy.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either, but I'm not. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Yeah? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No.
Yeah.
It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them.
I just dislike them very strongly.
Just one of them. I just hated your opinion, that's all.
I hate your opinion, Sayuri. Go die.
I wasn't reading it. I was still thinking about the word hate in my head. I was thinking about that word, and I read it with it. I can see.
Well, it seems one of us is not meant to be a voice actor.
No, you're gonna have
You're
mistakes.
gonna have your mistakes.
Yeah,
that's
come
true.
on now. I can see why they made good friends with you.
Phew! You know Damien the Sex Ellipses. It's nice that I got to spend this time with you in the club! But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
Makins me?
Makins me. And I think everyone really likes you too.
Yeah.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Until one of you gets a hacksaw and we all end up dead.
I really signed in real life, and I didn't even know I was going to say sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't got onto the kind of situation I'm in. Right? 4 women. Same time. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
I mean, it can.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah. Let's do this.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a nice one.
Yeah, hey,
Enjoy.
we'll see you next time. See ya.
Bye!